Hello, hello, hello. This is Cheryl Pullins of CherylPullins.com, and welcome to another episode of Bold and Branded. So I listened finally to, I guess, the social media gods, if you will, and I'm now going live on my business page. So if you have not liked me on my business page, please like my business page. That way you won't miss me when I go live. Also, make sure you have the notifications checked so you know when I go live each Wednesday. I say a specific time. But just make sure that you get the notifications. So while I'm here sharing with you and chatting, I'm going to share this out to my personal page. That way, the folks on my page, my personal page, can find me. I'm live now. Also, I would ask while I'm sharing if you would please share it out. That way, others can catch me as well. Because today, I want to talk about something that's keeping you playing small. I want to talk about something that's keeping you playing small, that's keeping you from showing up bold and branded in the marketplace. So while I'm sharing, again, I ask you if you would share as well. I need to share in one more place in my group. And live now, and then we will get rolling and get started. So if you don't know about too much about me, you can go to CherylPullins.com and you can find out more about me and what I offer. And I work with multi-passionate women entrepreneurs and leaders to help them create a clear message for their brand so they can reach more people with their message, with their mission, and ultimately they can use it to leverage and create a movement. So that's pretty much who I am in a nutshell. I talk a lot about personal branding. I talk a lot about how to use it in building a profitable business. I talk about things that are going to help build and grow your business so that you can reach more people, because we are in a global economy. We are in a global economy, and this is a great time for you to create a strategy for that business idea, for you to create a strategy for how to use your personal brand to launch that business idea out into the world, because the world is waiting for you. All right. So today I want to piggyback on something I sent out earlier to my email list. And good morning, or good afternoon, or hello to everyone that's coming in. Thank you so much for joining me live. And if you're watching the replay, thanks so much. I ask you to please share this out. I'll be sharing some awesome content every time I do Bold and Branded, because it's about helping you reach your level so you can reach more people. So I'm going to piggyback on an email that I sent out. Sorry, I'm kicking my stand. So that's why it's all shaky. And the email was about, I asked the question, what's keeping you playing small? What's keeping you playing small? What's preventing you from showing up in the marketplace bold, brilliant, and bad to the bone? I know there's probably, there are a list of things. There are our own issues with rejection. There's the thing of feeling like we're not enough. There's this comparison thing that we do that keeps us from showing up, because we think, oh, somebody's already doing it and they're doing it all over the world and all of those things. And then we shrink back and go, well, nobody needs what I have. And all of that mental madness that we do in our heads that keeps us playing small. Now, of course, we hear go big or go home. Well, I don't subscribe to that philosophy. I don't subscribe to that philosophy. I don't. There are a lot of little quotes and things that people say that I challenge a lot of times, because saying to someone, go big and go home, one, it sucks the energy out of them, right? You know, and it's like, well, if I'm not playing a big game, then I might as well quit, because that's really what that says. That's not what we want you to do. That's not what you want to do. What you want to do is just learn how to play a bigger game. Learn how to level up. Learn how to level up your mindset. Learn how to level up how you're thinking. Learn how to level up your perceptions, your perspectives. Learn how to level up. Learn how to play big, okay? So, what's keeping you playing small? I've identified a few things, like I mentioned earlier, and I could go probably through a list of a number of things. But I want you to focus. I want you to laser in on something that's really keeping you playing small. And you're probably thinking, all right, Cheryl, tell me what it is. Tell me what it is. It's the very thing that you need in order to build a profitable business, in order to make your brand like amazing, to make your brand bold. And it's confidence. It's confidence. Your lack of confidence is what's keeping you playing small. You know, I have these things, it's the ABCs really of what's keeping you playing small. And actually, that's probably what I should have done, because there are 3 things that I know for sure that are keeping you playing small. But today we're talking about confidence. You hear me talk about lack of belief. Lack of belief is another thing that keeps you playing small. Hey, Larry Beecham, how you doing? I'm taking some pages out of your book, my brother. Thank you for tuning in. So, but today we're talking about confidence. Your lack of confidence is keeping you playing small. It's keeping you out of the game. You can't win if you're not playing. We're not talking about winning participation trophies here. That's not what we're talking about, just for showing up. No, we're talking about you really getting in there and you playing the game for real. You got that Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Shaq O'Neal confidence. I'm talking about knowing how to take your shot every time. Knowing that you might not win the shot or you might not get the shot every time. But one thing about them, they take the shot. And you got to have enough confidence in yourself to take the shot. Because at some point in the game, you might get the winning shot. Now, I used to be a big basketball fan. I used to love basketball. Basketball back in the 70s, I'm from Philly. I'm a Philly girl. So 76ers were my team. And that was back in the day when we had Julius Erving and Chocolate Thunder. I can't even remember his real name. All the way up to when we had Allen Iverson. And this is my little basketball rant. And then Allen Iverson came into the league and it became all about him. And then basketball became too celebritized for me. But the principle is still the same. You got to take your shot. You got to have confidence in yourself to know to post up. Told you I was a basketball girl. To post up, to go in the paint and take the shot. But you're like, all right, Cheryl, all that sounds great. All that sounds wonderful. But how do I get to a place where I'm confident about myself so I can step into my brand, right? Daryl Dawkins. That's right. Daryl Dawkins. Thank you. Thank you, Larry. I knew somebody would help me out. Daryl Dawkins with Chocolate Thunder. So you're like, okay, how do I get there? How do I get to the place where I'm showing up bold? How do I get to the place where I really am going hard in the paint, if you will? That's a basketball term, right? this is what I want you to do. I'm going to give you 3 things that I really want you to focus in on and do that's going to help you become more confident and stand more powerfully in who you are in the marketplace. Okay, now all of this goes into creating your brand. Remember, I always say branding is not about logos and taglines and websites. That's 10% of it. 90% of it is the invisible, intangible stuff that makes it powerful. That even though you can't see it, you can see it, if you understand what I'm saying. All right, so here are 3 things that I want you to really do so that you can develop rock solid, bold confidence. The first thing I want you to do is define and achieve your goals. Figure out where you're going. Too many of us are willy-nilly all over the place. Squirrel. Oh, squirrel. Too many of us lose our direction, lose where we're going. Some of us haven't even defined our destination. Define your destination. So how are you going to do that? You're going to define some goals and you're going to achieve those goals. You're not just going to write them down on a piece of paper that you can't find 3 weeks from now. You're gonna get a way to document your goals. I don't care if it's Evernote. I don't care if it's a composition book. I use a lot of composition books. I don't care what it is. Document your goals and then get a goal plan. Because it's one thing to document the goals. And it's another thing to have an actual goal plan where you can actually implement and you know what tasks are associated with each goal. Okay? So, define and achieve some goals. The second thing I want you to do, and this is a big one, and this is one that I had to learn how to do, and I was not doing it at all. Take inventory of your accomplishments. Take inventory of your accomplishments. What have you accomplished in your lifetime so far? And don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me nothing. I can guarantee you, any person that I sit down with, I can find something that they've accomplished in their lifetime. Probably, I can guarantee you more than one thing. Probably 5 things. But we have a tendency to focus on the things we haven't accomplished yet, forgetting the things that we have accomplished. So then we beat ourselves up and we feel defeated because we feel like the things that we want to accomplish, we haven't accomplished yet. But the truth of the matter is there are some things that you've already accomplished that you forgot about. I know this to be true. Sometimes when I'm submitting a proposal to speak or something like that, or something, they'll ask about, my accomplishments or things like that, or, on something I'm applying for, they might ask for my accomplishments. And at first I was like, oh my gosh, what did I do? It was like, oh my gosh, what did I do? I don't know. Let me think. So now what I have is I have a running list of things that I've accomplished. I keep it in Evernote, which is one of my note-taking apps that I use. I keep it in Evernote. That way, 1, I don't have to try to remember. 2, on those days where I'm not feeling all fabulous and I'm not feeling all bold, I can go to that list and remind myself of who I am and what I have accomplished in the world so far. That will boost your confidence. That will remind you that you are truly brilliant and you've already done some brilliant stuff, right? I have awards. You can't see them, but they're sitting over there on my credenza. I have awards. I've spoken at a TEDx event. I was invited to speak at a TEDx event. Now, that is the coolest thing for a speaker is cool. I have sold out programs. I have written a book. I co-authored a book, and I published 2 anthology projects with a combination of about 70 women across the country. I was doing that when nobody else was really doing it back in like 2008, 2009. So I have some major, major, major accomplishments, and you do too. I have a 22-year corporate resources career. That's an accomplishment. And don't let the little minions in your head discount anything that you've done. I don't care how small it is. Sometimes the accomplishment is, whew, I made it through this year without biting somebody's head off, or, whatever your goals are, whatever things that you have looked at and said, you know what, I want to accomplish this. It's my desire to accomplish this. And you set out to do it and you're successful. Sometimes the accomplishment is the fact that you've taken the time to invest in yourself. That's a sense of accomplishment. And then going through that investment and seeing it through to the end, be it a program, be it, writing a book. I don't care what it is. It's an accomplishment. And I want you to take inventory. Take inventory of your accomplishments. Write it down in some note-taking app. That way you can use it to remind yourself on the days when you're just not feeling so bold and so confident. And the third thing I want you to do is explore your hidden strengths. Explore your hidden strengths. We spend so much time focusing on what we're not good at. We do spend a lot of time focusing, oh, I can't, I don't know how, I can't, I this, I that. Remember I said, we got to post up. We got to take the shot. But as long as we're feeling like as long as we're focusing on weaknesses and focusing on things that we can't do, we're never going to take the shot, because you never know when it's going to be the winning shot. So I want you to look at your confidence as a way of preparing to play the game. Building up and developing rock solid, bold confidence is the way you're going to prepare to play the game. And that game for you is how you're going to show up in the marketplace. How are you going to show up with your brand? How are you going to show up with your business? How are you going to show up bold and confident in who you are and who you've been called to be? So explore your hidden strengths. Take inventory. What are you really good at? What do other people say? This is a good exercise where you can go ask other people, what am I really good at? Also, what are people always coming to you for? Because that's a indicator. A lot of times that's what you're really good at, because people keep asking you to do it over and over and over. I don't care if you're good at making a mean pan of macaroni and cheese. Right? If you're really good at cooking, if they're always coming to you asking you to cook, that's something that is a strength for you, and it might be something you can monetize, maybe. Right? So, all right. Remember, three things that you need to do to develop your rock solid, bold confidence, so you can do what? Take your shot. So you can do what? Go hard in the paint, right? Those three things are: define your goals and achieve some goals, right? Define and achieve goals. Take inventory of your accomplishments. Explore your hidden strengths. Those are the three things that I really want you to do and look at, so that you can start to develop your bold, rock solid confidence. So now I'm going to give you a writing assignment on top of this. Because I wouldn't be the coach I am if I didn't give a writing assignment. I'm always giving assignments, always. I was talking to one of my clients yesterday, and I gave her seven different assignments. They were all simple, but they were all assignments that were connected to the goals that she said she wanted to reach. Remember I said writing a goal is one thing. Executing the goal is another level. So I want you to, and I love doing these vision exercises because we see in images, and those images can inspire us, which is why vision boarding is so big. So I'm not going to ask you to do a vision board, but what I am going to ask you to do is write what you see. And I want you to close your eyes and I want you to see yourself as a woman or a man, if you're watching, of unstoppable confidence. I want you to look and see yourself as someone who is not afraid to step up, who is not afraid to step out, who is not afraid to take that shot, who is not afraid to go hard in the paint, who is not afraid to show up live on social media, on video, who is not afraid to go out and share their message with the world. Who would you become? How would you walk? How would you talk? What would your gestures be like? Would your gestures be bold and massive and take up the space that you're in? Because there's so much amazing energy emanating from you that is massive and people can feel it, right? What would you look like as a bold, confident, and unstoppable woman or man? And I want you to write what that would look like for you. And I don't want you to just write, one or two lines. I want you to really dig in. I want you to dig in. You know how, babies sometimes, their first birthday, and they dig into the cake. I want you to dig into the cake because that's where it's all yummy and good, right? I want you to dig in and I want you to write what you see if you're more confident than what you already are, if you're more bold than what you already are. How would you show up? What would life be like as a bold and confident, unstoppable woman? That's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching live. Thank you for watching the replay. Shout out to everyone that's joining me today. You can find out more about me at CherylPullins.com. If you have not liked my page, please like my page at Cheryl Pullins International. That's where I'll be going live. I told you the social media gods, I finally listened to them and I'm going live on my business page now because it's a strategic move. So I need to be able to see how it's working. Thank you again for joining me today for Bold and Branded. I'll see you again soon. Bye.